Ronaldo should be wheeled to the Shady Shoals retirement home. Tuchel actually knows how to assemble a team better than Twitter users. Ghana played a game, and Diaz is Colombia's only hope. This is my recap and reaction to every game of the World Cup Matchday 7. Portugal started off the game okay, with the 21-year-old talented midget somehow getting up to head the ball in for the first goal. They then proceeded to do nothing with all their passes in possession, thinking that their dominant victory was on its way. But Congo decided that today was going to be a best head competition, with Wissa putting away an amazing cross from Masuaku. And let me just say, Congo's fullbacks were going crazy, looking like Marcelo and Dani Alves with how they were playing. They looked a real threat in the second half and could have honestly gone ahead. Congo's attack was getting to be too much for Portugal's back line, so Araujo tried to introduce a new sport, wrestling. After almost taking Wissa's head off, the referee only gave a yellow, and the clown Fox has as a rules analyst, Mark Lattenberg, he tried to bullshit a reason why that shouldn't be classified as a first-degree assault. Meanwhile, Roberto Martinez is proving why he's such a fraud. After finally taking off a washed Bernardo Silva from the wing, he decided to take off Nuno Mendes for Nelson Semedo. That's like trading in your Ferrari for a city bike membership. And he consistently kept their best player, Bruno Fernandes, off the ball during their attack. Now don't even get me started on Ronaldo. That man has been washed for Portugal since the last World Cup. Ronaldo was non-existent in the first half, and actually wasted chances when they finally fell to him. He even took one off Bruno Fernandes that would have perfectly fallen to him if he had just let it go. But instead of putting Old Yeller down, Martinez decided to gut their midfield just to keep him on. Honestly, to this day, I don't know how he got this job in the first place. In the end, Portugal walked away with a disappointing draw, but Congo got one of the best results in their nation's history. And all credit to Congo, they played their hearts out, and they honestly deserve so much more from the game. What a fucking game. Probably one of the best in the tournament so far. England were relentless. They fired as many shots at the Croatians as they did in World War II. The first half was a contrast between Croatia's elegant, ethical, fluid football that led to their two great goals, and England's set-piece terrorism, adopted from the leader of ISIS, Arteta himself, and delivered by one of his top pupils. But both sides were swinging and it was amazing to watch. England came out of the break and said, "Fuck it, let's play ball," and ruthlessly tore through Croatia to take the lead again. They kept peppering Livakovic's goal, but that man turned into the Great Wall of Croatia, making 5 saves in a matter of minutes. That's not even mentioning the fact that he saved Kane's penalty, but had shoes one size too small. He kept his team in the game. England proved too much at the end when they subbed in the GOAT, Bukayo Saka, who started a clean attack and made the final pass to get an assist for Rashford's goal. The game was an amazing display of attacking talent that Tuchel has at his disposal, but it does give some concern over their defense. But it's a great win over the other toughest team in the group, who did well to stay in it for so long and does show a lot of promise. If you thought Panama's shot in the second minute would be an indicator of how this game would go, then you would be very wrong. I had to check my channel to make sure I didn't accidentally turn on the WWE Royal Rumble, because these guys were just tossing and throwing each other around so much. And look, I can appreciate the crowd really getting behind both teams and it made for a great atmosphere, but I felt blue-balled because every time I'd hear them scream, I'd just see some goofy play right after. And after seeing Suleimana's shot in the 44th minute go closer to the corner flag than the goal, I just decided to start cooking dinner for the second half. Semenyo and Ghana finally decided to plug in their controller and had more chances, but any number is higher than 0. Panama had some heroic defending from Ramos to keep them tied, but in the end, they couldn't hold Ghana off. Even though they scored, that tap in from Yirenki went up a little too much for my comfort. Last game of the day, and thank God it was at least better than the Ghana game. Not gonna lie, I thought it would go exactly like that one when I saw Uzbekistan misplace passes and Colombia just kind of sit around not doing much. But I shouldn't have doubted Lucho Diaz. He has too much talent to let his team go out like that. After kissing the post with his shot, he sent a beautiful ball to Munoz for him to just guide it over the keeper for the first goal. Now, I was slowly being convinced that because they had Cannavaro as their coach, Uzbekistan had done 0 attacking training. They were just launching the ball anywhere for their poor striker Shomurodov to just run after. But he finally activated in the second half to set up Uzbekistan's attack and caused the Colombian goalie problems for their equalizer. And while their defense was keeping Colombia mostly at bay, they just handed the ball to Colombia right after their goal for Diaz to grab a goal for himself. And apparently, both keepers were having a competition to see who could be more of a burden to their team. In the last few minutes, Uzbekistan flipped from having great chances and getting close to an equalizer to squandering set pieces and forgetting how to play football. It didn't matter in the end though, because thanks to Hernandez's Herculean effort to win the ball and an amazing cross, Colombia were able to put the game to bed. Colombia have attacking talent, but they just struggle to activate it sometimes during the game, especially early on. Uzbekistan, on the other hand, they can be solid defensively, but they just need to find that attacking rhythm to make them a real threat. But in any case, I just want to finish off this video by thanking a true hero, the cameraman at the Colombia game. That man saw Kuzanov and Diaz barreling towards him, and he kept that camera up and hurt himself just to keep us entertained. Hope you're doing okay now, man. You're an absolute beast, and we're grateful for your service. That's been my Matchday recap. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.